an exciting one. Another one. These games suck.
Yeah, they do.
Possibly blow.
Next up, Bucks versus Colts. Third best matchup for Gardner Minshew. I can't find the other one. Where the hell is Baker Mayfield, 25th best matchup. Baker has actually been half decent this year, and I believe I have him ranked at QB 16. Minshew is QB 18. So I think they're both playable in flex or super flex. I don't think you're playing either in single unless you've come into some unfortunate circumstance. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Baker's fine. I much prefer Baker. He's just been a better quarterback. Minshew, it's both these guys are like a roller coaster. Minshew's just a more extreme version because he has highs and he has massive lows. So yeah, I have Baker like a couple spots ahead, but the confidence level between those spots rankings is massive. I'm rolling with Baker over Minshew for sure.
Yeah. Baker's low budget Sam Howell in that he's voluming his way. He's just not throwing a ton of touchdowns. That's really what's keeping him depressed. But against the Colts, you can throw touchdowns. So I don't see a problem firing him up, and I'd much prefer him over Minshew for sure.
Playing Baker Mayfield makes me depressed.
I agree.
Running backs, fourth worst matchup for Jonathan Taylor. I am playing him anyways. 10th best for Rachaad White, who once again will volume his way into probably RB1 conversation.
RB1.
Going to bring up my rankings here. I have Taylor at 3, and I have Rachaad White will be moved up. I have White at 15 right now, but he's going to get moved up once I
15?
run through these again on the weekend. What's that?
Yeah, that was that's super low from I was looking at my rankings so I have White.
I don't like White at all. I think I hate these guys who just volume their way because they get replaced out of nowhere, much like Najee. I get it. I get the volume. You got to follow the volume, but following the volume on garbage offenses, I don't like it. But
yeah, it's White's just been so we saw it yesterday with Charbonnet. It's the floor performance is that when they hit and they hit big, it's a monster performance. And White's been up and down, but realistically, it's a good matchup for him. So White's a top 4 running back this week for me, and that's fucking terrifying to say, but that's just what it is. I'm playing him over Taylor, so yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that.
He's the RB8 on the season, right? I get we don't like him. I get he's kind of average in terms of ability, but this was the David Montgomery argument when he was in Chicago, right? Everybody hated him, but it doesn't matter. They fed him. Rachaad White only had 9 carries last week. He still ended up as the RB14 because he caught 6 of 7 balls for 28 yards. He's just getting fed consistently week after week in the check down game. And Baker is not more than a multi-read quarterback. He's just looking for White whenever he can. So yeah, you fire him up. He's an RB1. I paid a first for Rachaad White last week in a dynasty league. I hated it, but it's going to be fine, right? If it wins me the championship, fuck it.
YOLO, baby.
Wide receivers. 4th best matchup for Pittman, who I have as wide receiver 13 this week. 10th worst matchup for the Bucks. I have Mike Evans as my wide receiver 10. I have Chris Godwin as wide receiver 23. So I think I've got 2 wide receiver 1s in this game and a low end 2. What do you guys have?
Yeah, it's really hard to fade Evans, even a bad matchup. He's we talked about Baker Mayfield. He loves Mike Evans. He's first read, it's all Mike Evans all day. So yeah, he's top 20 option, and I'm gonna move him up a little bit higher because it just seems too low. But yeah, I have Pittman over Evans. It's just a better matchup. And Pittman's on the other end, same thing. It's just he's getting a ton of volume. He's seeing the looks. This is what you want to see. So yeah, I like both these guys in this matchup. And then you could, I don't know, Downs has been good. It's just injuries and stuff like that. I think I have Downs over Godwin. I need to double check my rankings, but let me see what those are at.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I do. So I have Downs a few spots above Chris Godwin this week.
Baker Mayfield is many things, but he's not stupid. He's feeding Mike Evans at the expense of Chris Godwin, but so what? Mike Evans is clearly the better receiver. I would go Evans, Pittman here, although it's very close. And then, Downs and Godwin flex if you have to.
I think that's the most controversial thing I've ever heard you say.
Evans over Pittman?
No, that Baker's not stupid.
I know. I wouldn't have said that at the beginning of the season, that's for sure.
Not sure I want to be quote tweeted on that one. All right, tight ends. 7th best matchup for Granson or whoever the hell it is, Jelani Woods nowadays. 10th best matchup for Otten. I don't mind streaming Otten based on the volume, but I don't really want to start either here. The Kickers, 5th best matchup for McLaughlin. Want nothing to do with that. 20th best matchup for Matt Gay. He is streamable if you are in a pinch. DSTs, it is the 12th worst matchup for the Bucks and the 14th worst matchup for the Colts. I don't really want to start either. I guess they are both probably, if I look, I bet you they're both around 12 to 15 for me. If you have to, actually they're lower. The Bucks are 17. Actually, the Colts are 10, so 10 and 17. So if you have to, you can play the Colts. I don't really want to start either. It's not a great week for DSTs, let me say. What do you guys got?
Yeah, I mean, you can fire them up, but like, I really don't have much confidence either one of these defenses, to tell you the truth. So, yeah, it's a little bit risky, but yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, it's just, you just ride with it and go with it.
Baker Mayfield is many things, but he's not turning the ball over that much. So something to consider. Indy, Shaq Leonard released for some probably a cap saving or whatever.
Injuries.
He's cooked, man. Like, he can't play defense anymore. Yeah, it sucks.
Juju Brents is probably not playing again. Just, you don't want anything to do with the Indy